Hey guys, it's Tah. Welcome back, and if you're new, welcome. Thanks so much for stopping by. I really appreciate ya. So, in today's video, we are going to be talking about the 3 books that I got from the library and what I thought of those. So, the first one is Men Are Frogs by Sarana D. Wild, I think is how you say it. This is the second book in the Fairy Godmothers Inc. Series. I don't know how many books are going to be in it. I read the first one last month, which was Fairy Godmothers Incorporated. And I feel like these could be read as standalones if you wanted to, or you can follow the series. And because it does link, the characters link up or whatever, but it can be without if need be. So this one right here is about Zuri, who is a wedding planner who thinks her career is over. She just had a really major catastrophe with a wedding she planned. Come to find out, she was dating the groom and didn't even know it because he never showed up for any of the consultations, and she didn't find out that she was seeing the groom until the day of the wedding. And that's whenever she basically kind of came off with it, told the bride. The bride thanked her and then burned her wedding dress right there, and then basically asked Zuri if she wanted to go on the honeymoon with her because she just saved her this huge disaster she was about to make. So Zuri declined that, but then like I said, she thought her career would be over after this because who wants a wedding planner that steals the groom, even though she didn't intentionally do it. So she is offered a job interview with Fairy Godmothers, and they already know that they're going to hire her, but she has no idea. So she goes. She also has a twin sister named Zara, is it? I think it's Zara. Anyway, she has a twin sister who is rooting for her to go to this place. And this one right here focuses on the frog, who, if you remember last time I told you guys about the book, it was the fairy godmother turned Prince Philip, Prince Charming, into a frog 300 years ago because she found out that he was dating both her and her sister, and she was like, nope, not gonna happen. So she turned him into a frog by day, and by night he is a prince. And everybody in this area and some travelers have kissed him because he's been a frog for a very long time, and they cannot break the spell. The godmothers have tried everything they could. They can't figure it out. And they were like, if you don't break it by a certain point, he's going to be stuck like this forever. There's nothing we can do. He will be permanently a frog. So him and Zuri are, getting to know each other, whatever. And the relationship develops. And he's like, this might be the one. This might be the one. Well, it didn't break the curse when she kissed him as a frog. So he's still trying to figure out how to break it and what he can do. So there's a lot of ups and downs in their type of relationship where he's trying to figure out what to do, and he has to basically come to the realization of what's going to work. So we get to follow that journey as he realizes what is going to actually break his curse and how their relationship progresses. This is a great series. I've loved the first 2 books so far. It is a wonderful mix of adult humor, adult spice, and fairy tales. So if you love fairy tales, but you don't want kiddie fairy tales, this is the way to go. Alright, and then the second book was The XX by Erin Sterling. And this one was really popular in October, November because everybody was getting it with their book of the month. And this one is about Vivian. Yes, Vivian. She is a witch, and she was dating this guy who was also magic witch, warlock, whatever you want to call him. Reese Penhallow. I'm not sure exactly how to say it. And they were dating, and then she felt like they were progressing in the correct direction, and then he hits her with, I have to be gone for a little while because I have to go break off my betrothment to another woman. And she felt really hurt by this. So she basically, he broke her heart right there because he was betrothed to someone else while he was dating her. So one night she's really drunk and her cousin is drunk as well. They decide to put a hex on him, but like all pretend, like they're just using a Bath and Body Works type candle. They're drunk, so they just start like hexing him, and come to find out, it worked. They actually put a hex on him, multiple, and they don't find that out until later on because, like I said, they thought they were just playing around. He comes back because his family basically discovered the town, the Penhollow town, and they own the college that's there. So every so many years, somebody has to come and basically relay the magic in the lines so that it can continue to pump into this little town. Well, when he comes to do that, things starts happening that he's like, okay, I have to be cursed. And his dad's like, you're not cursed. You're not cursed. We're too strong of men, blah, blah, blah. So he figures out he's cursed. He figures out who did it. And then they have to work to undo the mess they made. I enjoyed the book, watching the banter, the little bit of stuff you do see about the hex and all that stuff. I just wish there was more hex. Like, they showed a few examples, but like I kind of wish there would have been a little bit more. But other than that, it was good. It was good. Is it something that I'd run to read again? Which we all know I don't reread books because I just can't. But I don't think this one would be. It was fun, had some funny moments, but I just wish there was more about the actual hex and the problems that like he ran into. So, like I said, worth a read, but not a reread, I guess. And then the last one that I have read is The Love Hypothesis by Allie Hazelwood. And this one is about Olive, who's a PhD student, and she is trying to get a grant or something to work on her theory, which her project or whatever is detecting pancreatic cancer earlier so that it can be treatable. Pancreatic cancer is detected, but pretty much it's already like there. My grandpa, that's what he passed of. So I kind of know the route of that. But she wants to be able to detect it earlier because her mother was diagnosed, and before you knew it, her mom was dead because of it. So that's what she's working to do. But also, she has two best friends, Ann and Malcolm. And she was dating this guy named Jeremy, and she noted, like, she really wasn't into Jeremy. So she just kind of let that relationship go. And it wasn't really a relationship. They just went on a couple dates. But she noticed that her best friend, Ann, was all about that. So she wanted Ann to pursue Jeremy, but Ann wouldn't do it because she thinks, like, her friend is still, you know, has feelings for him or whatever. And she tells him, like, no, I don't. So she tells her friend she's going on a date to make her think, like, hey, I'm over him. Like, I don't want him. I'm showing you by going on this date. Well, she winds up going to the lab because she's a workaholic. And her friend shows up, and she lied to her and said she was on a date. So she has to figure a way out of it. So what does she do? She kisses the first person she sees in the hallway, who happens to be Adam Carlson, who is a well-known ass. Like, they think he is, he's a professor, and all of his students think he's an ass because he's very direct. And the criticism that he gives, it is because, like, he's trying to make you better, but they don't see it that way. They just see as him being a big meanie, and now they have to start all their work all over again. So that happens. And then they come to terms, the two of them, that they are going to fake date until she can get her friend to pursue the guy she likes, Jeremy. But then he also has a motive for it. The university thinks he is a flight risk. And if he's dating someone, they might not think he's a flight risk. Therefore, they will unfreeze his grant money that he needs to work on these projects. So they both have an end game. They have a date that they're going to end this. And we get to see that fake dating relationship develop. And there's a couple things in the background that kind of happen. And it just shows, like, you get to see the feelings before they realize the feelings are there. So I really enjoyed this one. It does get a little steamy. Yeah, I got to the steamy part last night during the Super Bowl. Like, you got people around you hooting and hollering like, woohoo, football. And I'm over here reading steam. So, really good. Definitely, highly recommend this one. I think this one's going to be like a 5-star for me. I really, really, really enjoyed it. And, I'm going to see what else this Allie Hazelwood lady puts out, because I absolutely love this. So, if you want to see what that hypothesis is, you should read this one too. So, those are the 3 books that I got from the library mid-January. They are due back. They're not due back until like next week. But I'm going to go ahead and return these today, see what else they have, and we'll come back with another library haul review once I get them read. So, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye, y'all.